Hello, welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to clear up some confusing vocabulary, so let's get started. Today we're looking at these two words, rough and roughly. First, pronunciation. Use the short sound like cup and up, rough. The GH makes the f sound, like flowers, rough, and roughly. It's rough plus ly, together roughly. First, let's talk about rough. Rough means not smooth. I can say the road is very rough. It's not smooth. Or I can talk about how boys play. Boys play rough. They jump around, they push each other. That's rough. Boys like to play rough. Well, what about roughly? If you look in a dictionary, it says roughly means in a rough way. So you should say boys like to play roughly. But we don't. We don't say that. I guess we don't follow the rules. We say boys like to play rough. We use the adjective to describe the action. Let's practice. Is the road very rough? That's right, the road is very rough. And what about boys? Do boys like to play rough? That's right, boys like to play rough. And we can use the word rough, the adjective, to describe a difficult day. I had a rough day today. Things didn't go smoothly. So I can say I had a rough day today. Example, he had a rough day. He had a difficult day. Let's practice. Did he have a rough day today? That's right, he had a rough day today. It wasn't easy. Things didn't go smoothly. Now let's talk about how we really use the word roughly. The word roughly is most commonly used to talk about something completely different. It means approximately, about. For example, it's about 10 miles to the nearest hospital. I can use roughly like approximately. It's roughly 10 miles to the nearest hospital. I can say these two things are not exactly the same, but they're about the same. I can use roughly. These two things are roughly the same. Let's hear some examples with the word roughly.
We met over a month ago, but officially.
We've been going out for roughly 2 weeks.
Curiously, she said we had roughly the same build.
John's hypothetical man would have lived through 140 centuries.
Yeah, roughly.
And that, your worship, is roughly the whole story.
After seeing Mary's sales today, and assuming Jackie did roughly the same, I was impressed with the revenue potential of the restaurant.
Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
In 2008, a professor at Santa Clara University replicated the obedience experiments and got roughly the same results.
And could you roughly approximate how many sexual encounters you have in 1 year?
Let's practice. How far is it to the nearest hospital? Is it roughly 10 miles? That's right, it's roughly 10 miles to the nearest hospital. What about these two things? Are they exactly the same or are they roughly the same? That's right, they're roughly the same. So remember, use rough to describe things that are not smooth. And use rough when describing actions. Boys like to play rough. And you can use rough to describe a difficult day. If you had a rough day. If you had a difficult day, you can say you had a rough day. And use roughly for approximately, about, not exactly. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.